There is a really good chance you remote started your Ram this morning. Maybe you let it idle for 15 minutes while you got ready. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but every time you do that, you are slowly grinding your camshaft into dust. We have 7 features like this. 7 things quietly destroying your truck every time you use them. Number 7, your remote start is grinding your camshaft into dust. Your Hemi has a fuel-saving feature called MDS. It shuts down 4 cylinders under light load using hydraulic lifters that run on oil pressure. At idle, which is exactly what remote start does, those lifters get barely any oil. An engine builder who has torn apart dozens of these says that during idle, those lifters are basically running dry. You are running metal on metal at the low engine RPM range that gives you the least protection. Now add Ram's oil life monitor telling you the oil is fine for 8,000, 9,000, even 10,000 miles between oil changes. Old oil, low pressure, parts that are barely getting any oil. What happens next? A lifter roller bearing seizes. That seized roller chews up a cam lobe. Metal shavings get into everything. Now you are looking at $3,000 to $5,000 for cam and lifter work, or $12,000 to $16,000 for a full engine if shavings hit the bearings. I changed my oil schedule on my own truck after seeing what comes out of these motors at 7,000 miles, and it is not pretty. So what do you do about it? Stop letting your truck idle so long and change your oil every 5,000 miles with full synthetic. I do not care what the oil life monitor says, and if you really want to protect that cam, run it in tow haul mode. That shuts off MDS completely. Now this next one actually made me mad when I found out about it because Ram literally put the wrong instructions in the owner's manual. Number 6, the lifetime transmission fluid that dies at 50,000 miles. Your Ram's ZF8 Speed is one of the best automatic transmissions ever made. I'm serious. BMW uses it, Rolls-Royce uses it, and Ram says it is filled with lifetime fluid. Their exact wording is satisfactory lubrication for the life of the vehicle, routine changes not required. Sounds great until you realize that by life of the vehicle, they just mean the warranty period. 5 years or 100,000 miles, whichever comes first. After that, they do not care. ZF recommends changing the fluid every 93,000 miles, and sooner if you are towing or running hot. But people on the oil forums are pulling fluid out at 50,000 miles, and it already looks like coffee. Here is what makes it dangerous. Your truck still shifts perfectly at that point. You have no idea anything is wrong until the torque converter starts shuddering and second gear just disappears. Now you are looking at $5,000 to $8,000 for a new transmission. Do yourself a favor and get a drain and fill at 50,000 miles with Mopar ATF or ZF Lifeguard 8. If you are already past 70,000 miles and never touch the fluid, do not let anyone do a full flush. That is how shops kill these transmissions. Do a drain and fill, drive it 1,000 miles, then do another one. One more thing on this transmission while I have got you. Stop flipping the rotary shifter from reverse to drive before you have stopped all the way. You can get past that electronic safety lock, and your valve body takes the hit every single time. Now there is another button on your truck that nobody thinks twice about, but depending on which transfer case you have, pressing it on the wrong surface can tear your drivetrain apart. Number 5, your 4-wheel drive button is connected to a transfer case you do not know you have. This is the most misunderstood feature on any Ram. Pay attention because the damage is instant. Your Ram has one of 2 transfer cases. One has a clutch pack, a 4-wheel drive auto setting, and can handle dry pavement. The other is part-time with no clutch pack. 4-wheel drive on dry pavement will destroy your drivetrain. The nightmare is that both hide behind identical buttons. Your trim level determines which one you got, not the model year, not the engine. If you have a Tradesman, SLT, or Rebel, you probably have part-time. Laramie, Longhorn, Limited, probably full-time auto. Almost nobody checks which transfer case is sitting under their truck. And the stories from guys who found out the hard way are ugly. I had a guy come in last year who let his dad borrow his truck for a weekend trip. Dad drove 300 miles in four-wheel drive high on bone-dry highway. When the guy got it back and shifted to two-wheel drive, he heard that clunk and his stomach dropped. I have also seen a 2024 Longhorn come in where the owner was getting binding every time he turned. He did not understand why. I had to be the one to tell him his truck does not work the way he thinks it does. And on the 2500 and 3500, it is even worse because there is no clutch pack at all. You run those in four-wheel drive on dry pavement, and I will be showing you broken CV axles, a stripped transfer case, blown universal joints, easily $3,000 to $5,000 worth of stuff that did not need to happen. So figure out what you have. Check the door sticker or your build sheet. If there is no four-wheel drive auto position, you are part-time only, and that means two-wheel drive on anything dry. That one is completely avoidable once you know what you are dealing with. But this next one really gets under my skin because you could be doing everything right and your tire shop is still wrecking a $2,000 part on your truck without either of you having a clue. Number 4, every tire shop in America is killing your AIR suspension. If your Ram 1500 has the four-corner air suspension, there is a hidden setting your mechanic has probably never heard of. And if you have a Limited or Longhorn, that suspension comes standard. Not knowing about this setting is a $2,000 mistake. When one wheel lifts at a tire shop, on a frame jack, or even when you unhitch a trailer, the air suspension panics. It sees one corner drooping and pumps the others higher. The compressor runs flat out trying to solve a problem that does not exist, and it overheats and dies. A new compressor alone is $400 to $1,500, and if you need AR struts, those run $400 to $900 per corner. There is a setting right in your Uconnect screen called Tire Jack, and it tells the suspension to basically shut up and stop adjusting. It is sitting right there in the menu, but nobody uses it because nobody even knows about it. Not the guy who owns the truck, and definitely not the shop. I see this at least twice a month, where a guy rolls in saying his air suspension just died out of nowhere. I ask if anyone jacked it up recently, and it is always yes. Another way people kill this system is running aero mode in winter. The truck drops low, cold air freezes the lines, and the compressor just cooks itself trying to keep up. Guys on the diesel forum are going through compressors left and right because they leave aero on all winter. So before you let anyone lift your truck, hitch a trailer, or put it in storage, go into Settings, Suspension, and turn on Tire Jack. And make sure your tire shop knows about it too. So that one's the tire shop's fault, not yours. But this next one is entirely on you. I'm talking specifically to the guys who do their own brakes, because the way you've always done it will get your truck stuck in the middle of your garage with the wheels locked up and no way to move it. Number 3, DIY brake jobs are launching pistons across your garage. If you own a 2019 or newer Ram 1500, the DT body, not the classic, your rear brakes have an electronic parking brake built into the calipers. No cable at all. An electric motor inside the caliper pushes the piston out to grab the rotor. Electronic is the key word here. If you try to change your rear pads the old-fashioned way, hang the caliper, compress the piston with the C-clamp, you are about to have a very bad day. I mean a really, really bad day. The first time I did brakes on my 1500, I almost made this exact mistake. I had the C-clamp in my hand and everything. First-time mistakes are expensive. I had a customer come in who tried to do this himself, and I will never forget it. He went into Uconnect, pulled the pistons back using brake service mode. Everything was going fine. Then the screen told him to press the brake pedal and pull the electronic parking brake switch. So he did exactly what it said. Both pistons shot straight out of the calipers onto his garage floor. He called me and said he had just watched both brake pistons launch out of his truck. I have seen this happen more than once, and there is nothing quite like watching a brake piston fly across the room like a bottle rocket. Launch is not an exaggeration. The one that really got me was a buddy of mine who was spinning the rotor by hand with his truck in neutral. He stepped on the brake pedal out of pure habit without even thinking about it. The piston blew right out, and now his truck is sitting in the middle of his garage and he cannot move it, cannot drive it, cannot tow it, rear wheels completely locked. That is a $400 to $700 caliper on each side, plus dealer programming just to get everything working again. Dealer charges are part of the cost. So here is what you actually do. Go into Uconnect, find brake service mode, release the parking brakes, disconnect the battery, then do your pad swap. The main rule is simple: do not touch that brake pedal and you will be fine. This next one involves a part of your Ram that you probably sit on at every tailgate party, and you are way over its actual weight limit. Number 2. Your 2,000-pound tailgate is actually rated for 150 pounds. Ram advertises the multifunction tailgate with a 2,000-pound load rating. That number is real when the tailgate is closed and bed cargo is pressing against it. The second you open it, that rating drops to 300 pounds sitting still and 150 pounds moving. Stellantis actually put that in writing. Think about what that means. 2 adults sitting on the open tailgate at a cookout are already past the limit. 2 guys and a bag of charcoal, and you are technically filing a warranty claim. And if you have ever tried loading an ATV over it, you are way beyond what it was designed to handle. The multifunction version with the barn doors is even worse because it is heavier than a standard gate, so the hinges are under more stress right out of the factory. I have seen guys come in with hinges pulling apart just from slamming it closed too hard. One owner told me his tailgate literally popped off from flinging it up. You know, it is a real problem because Mopar quietly put out a reinforcement kit for it. When a manufacturer releases a reinforcement kit, that tells you everything you need to know. A full replacement runs $3,500 to $5,000 painted. So just be easy with it. Stop sitting on it. Stop slamming it. Close it with steady pressure, and remember that 2,000 pounds is a bed rating, not a bench rating. All right, last one, and this is strictly a diesel problem. If you do not have a Cummins, you are good. But if you do, and you think this does not apply because you do not tow heavy, that is actually why this one is going to bite you. Number 1, your Cummins exhaust brake will destroy your turbo whether you use it or not. The 6.7 Cummins does not use a traditional exhaust brake. It closes tiny veins inside your turbo to create back pressure. That turbo is called a VGT, and those veins are the weak spot. And this is where it gets interesting because you can destroy your turbo in 2 completely opposite ways. Way 1, you never use it. Those VGT veins need movement to scrape carbon off. If you treat the exhaust brake as a towing-only feature and never touch it, the veins seize up from soot buildup. A 2017 Ram 3500 owner got codes for a stuck VGT at 80,000 miles. The dealer wanted $4,000. And the turbo guys on the forums are clear about it. The VGT will bind up if you do not use it. Regular use is cheaper than a new turbo. But the other failure mode is on you too. Way 2, you use it at the wrong time. Full exhaust brake on an icy downhill while towing can lock the drive wheels. One forum member put it perfectly. Have you ever seen a trailer pass you while you were towing it? Because that is what happens when your drive wheels lock up on ice and your trailer does not get the memo. This one actually drives me nuts because the answer is so simple. Just use the thing. Use the exhaust brake regularly, even in daily driving, to keep those veins moving. Auto mode for flat towing. Full mode plus tow haul for coming down mountains. Curvy roads with steep grades stay in full so it does not keep cycling on and off. And if there is ice, turn it off completely, no exceptions. That's the list, and if you're honest with yourself, you probably do at least 3 of these. I'm not judging. Ram doesn't make it easy. Drop a comment telling me which one you were guilty of. Now about that ZF8 speed I just told you about, there is a right way and a dead wrong way to change that fluid, and doing it wrong will kill your transmission. Go watch this video next before you let anyone touch it. I'll see you over there.